In his 2002 inaugural address as president of Arizona State University, ASU, Michael Crow opened with a ceremonial nod to the glories of ASU's past and the accomplishments of his predecessors, before he shifted to the heart of his message. As we begin a new chapter in the history of this institution, I would like to look beyond its current success. I would like to talk to you about transformation and the further evolution of the American Research University, what I want to call the New American University, and why Arizona State University is uniquely positioned to become such an institution. A new American university was needed, he said, because universities had been following a single tired model of excellence for too long. 15 universities, the Ivies and the usual suspects among elite privates and publics, had become the model that everyone else tried to emulate. Such has been the influence of these 15 institutions that to this day every university in the nation measures itself according to their standards. Make no mistake, these universities represent the gold standard, but as I hope to explain, it is the gold standard of the past. With Harvard and its ilk yesterday's news, Crow explained, ASU was uniquely positioned to become the first great 21st century university. Its frontier heritage gave it the legacy of vaunted individualism, needed to pioneer a new path. Arizona was also rapidly becoming more diverse and was in an economic shift from cattle and copper to a growing creative class, a microcosm of the contemporary shifts that call out for new models of teaching, learning, research, and service. For all those reasons, said Crow, ASU was called to pursue a new gold standard, the design imperatives of a new American university. He outlined 8. One imperative was that ASU should embrace its geographic home. A second urged activism and high impact, the university as a force, not just a place. A third required ASU to develop a reputation for its entrepreneurial boldness. A fourth mandated relevant and applied research that is use-inspired. Others included a focus on the individual, intellectual fusion, social embeddedness, and global engagement. Crow summarized his message with a stirring conclusion. The new gold standard will be represented by the university that is inclusive rather than exclusive, the university that is fully committed to its community, the university that directly engages the challenges of its cultural, socioeconomic, and physical setting, and shapes its research initiatives with regard to their social outcomes. I believe we should strive to become a true university, not a place for a few, but a force for many. There is much at stake. Our success affects the fortunes of the region, but if we are successful, if we are able to create a true academic community in the fullest sense of the idea, then we may prove to have more influence than we suspected. But I cannot do it alone. I ask you to join me in the task of redefining the American Research University. I ask you to join me in the task of building the premier New American University, the university that sets the new gold standard. I ask you to join me in the task of building Arizona State University. Inaugural speeches are invitations for symbolic performances, and Crow delivered a classic example. He reached back into the history of the university, the state, and the region to find timeless values of individualism and pioneering spirit. He depicted an institution at the crossroads, buffeted by cross-currents of change, and at risk of missing its destiny if it pursued an antiquated image of its possibilities. He put forth a vision of greatness in the future, a vision that was uniquely ASU's to achieve, and a plan that would enable the university to accelerate past the lumbering dinosaurs of the Ivy League. Displaying one of the trademarks of symbolic leaders, he reframed ASU by offering a new and distinctive way to think about its identity and possibilities. Not just one among many public universities, but the premier New American University. And he ended with an invitation and exhortation. Join me in the task of redefining the American Research University.